Okay, today is yoga for strength. We are going to work hard today. So the theme of this week is non-attachment. So we're working with not being attached to things. Today's challenge is not being attached to how much you can do and not being attached to whether or not you can keep up. We are not going to take many breaks. If you're used to the flow of our classes, today's class we're not going to take all those little breaks and resets that we take. The challenge for you is to take your own resets. So know when you need your break, come down to your child's pose, come down to whatever you need whenever you need it. The challenge is to let go of being attached to getting it perfect and following along perfectly. So we're going to start on our feet today, to ground on our feet. If you have a band, grab a band. You're going to have that handy for later. We may use the band later on. You can do it without the band, but it's just going to be fun to play with. So, landing on your feet. Find your feet. Lift your toes. Wiggle the weight around on your feet. We're grounding, so we're trying to feel our feet. Come to the balls of your feet. Come to the back of your feet. Lift the balls of your feet. Move to the edges. Move around on your feet. Ground through your feet. Start to land in the room. Take your feet a little bit out wider than hip width. Move through your feet, lifting one heel up at a time, starting to feel your legs. Just starting to arrive in your physical body. We're going to work really hard today, so starting to pay attention. So, the way to keep yourself safe in a yoga practice and throughout these strength kind of moving faster classes is to have mind-body connection, not just throwing your body around in space. When you throw yourself around without awareness, that's when you move into joints. So we're going to move carefully and mindfully throughout the practice today. Bring your feet back into mountain pose, and we're going to connect to our breath. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, prayer to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer to heart. And then we're going to start to make this bigger. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer through center, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Prayer through center, forward fold. Start to engage the whole body. Inhale, bend the legs as you come all the way up. Forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. It's time, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Lengthen from the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale all the way down, nice and slow with control. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, prayer overhead. Exhale through center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, come to mountain pose. Hold your prayer at heart center. We're going to start to work through the legs. Little soft bend in the legs. We're going to peel one heel up at a time, trying not to move the hips. So we're going to activate the legs. We're going to slowly peel one heel up at a time, nice and slow. Moving, feeling your feet. Not just flopping around, really trying to slow it down, find the muscles of your legs. And then if you can, lift both heels, hold, breathe, peel the knees open and close, nice and slow, open and closed. Really trying to restrict the movement with the muscles of your legs. Find your inner thighs and your outer thighs. Nice and slow, maybe you can sink the hips down a little more. Still keeping that open and close of the legs. Lower the heels, back to mountain pose. We're going to inhale up and swan dive it down. Touch the ground, step back, high plank. Hold a high plank, straight into a high plank. So activate arms and chest and shoulders. Long in the spine. Send energy out through the heels. And then lower the knees, tabletop. We're moving and breathing in tabletop. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Moving with your breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Familiar patterns. Start to feel your arms. And then start to slowly build on this. So inhale, tabletop, hovering the knees. Exhale, sending the hips back. Inhale, hovering the knees. Exhale, back, still hovering the knees. So we're going to get strong in the chest, strong in the arms. And then maybe taking it a little bit more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Move with your breath. Let go of the attachment to the shape and try to find the muscles in your body and connect with them, activate them, locate where you're weak. What does a weakness look like when you're buckling through the joints? So if I'm hanging out and wobbling in my shoulders, this is weakness. Maybe you need to lower the knees and build here. And then find the down dog. Find the stillness of down dog. Pull the hips up out of the ground. Let the tension out of the neck. Slowly pull forward, high plank, strong. We're going to come over to side plank, right side. So first, pull yourself up out of your right shoulder. So strong, over to the right side. Really pulling up, lifting the hips up. Side plank, lift, pull the hips up. Maybe you can float the top leg. Hold. So options here. If you can hold floating this top leg, you're going to bring the top leg forward. You're going to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. If this is too much, you're going to lower the right knee, heel toe. Active, strong underneath the arm, strong underneath the hips, strong in the right leg. The heel toe is not flopping around. You should start to feel the left glute firing. Breathe. See how long. Keep going. Lower that right foot down. Bent knee. Lower your hip down. So right hip comes down to the ground. We're going to lift up out of the ground. We're not going to hold and hang out in the shoulder. Strong and engaged through the left side. Bring your torso forward just a little so you have your fingers to balance. And we're going to lift up this right leg. Lift the knee, pull it down. Lift the knee, pull it down. Small movement. Breathe. Hold the knee up, hold the foot up, heel active. Pull the heel out towards the ceiling and in towards your nose. Out and in. So this movement is not coming from the low back. You want to be nice and strong. You want to move through the leg. Out and in. Out and in. Breathe. You should be feeling left glute space. Should be strong in underneath this right arm. Watch for dropping into that shoulder. And then take the left leg long. Maybe reset the shoulder. Nice and strong. You're going to lift the heel and pull it down. So lifting heel, inhale up, exhale down. You can lower down onto the right forearm if that's more comfortable. Really thinking about restricting the movement of the leg as it moves. Lower the left leg and come on over tabletop position. So resetting in our tabletop, we're going to take our hands a little bit further forward than regular tabletop. Strong in the arms and shoulders. So a trick, you can feel like you're pulling your hands apart. That activates your arms and chest. And we're going to lower our elbows down to a hover. So watch for buckling in the back. Be a little mindful of what is going on in your back. Maybe strengthen the stomach a little. We're going to lower the elbows and pull the elbows up as slow as we can, trying to keep that strong feeling in our arms. So not just throwing our body around, but trying to feel like we're locking our elbows. So we're not going to let them go out and we're not going to let them go in. We're trying to hold them steady with the muscles of our arms and chest. And then maybe you can start to tuck the toes and hover the knees and take the same movement. Watch for buckling. Be mindful. Lower the knees if you lifted them, and we're going to come onto side plank on the other side. Left arm down. Set up first, pulling up out of the left shoulder. Come onto the left side of the foot. Hold here. Maybe you can lift and hover this top leg. Try to keep a little soft bend in the left knee so you're not pushing all the force into your knee. Strong all the way down. Left side body. Bring the right foot over. Maybe you can heel toe from here. Holding side plank. Strong. Slow, controlled movement. Remember, if this is too much, you're going to lower that left knee and heel toe from here. Strong right leg. Breathe. Wherever you're at, lower the left knee, land the right foot down, and bring the left hip down onto the ground. So still pulling up out of the ground, not dropping into the left shoulder. Lift up, nice and strong. I'm going to lift the right leg. We're going to pull the heel out and pull the heel in. So nice and strong, try not to move anywhere but from below the hip. Nice and strong. Fire up the leg. Try not to drop into the left shoulder. We're being mindful. We're paying attention. Take the right leg long, 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 long. Hold it long. And then lift and lower. So we're moving from the leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Watch for moving through the hips too much. We're looking for movement through the leg. Bring the knee back in towards the chest, the foot back down to the ground. Hold here, lift the heel, hold and hover, strong leg, and then back, long leg, back to tabletop. And we're moving and breathing in our tabletop. Inhale, tabletop, exhale, child. So our reset is moving and breathing. Inhale forward, exhale back. Moving with your breath, feeling your body. Come back to tabletop, tuck the toes, down dog. Pull your hips up out of the ground. Bend the knees. Really get strong in the arms and shoulders. So you're really pulling yourself up out of the wrists. You're going to lift and hover the right heel here. Pull it up as if you're trying to pull the leg back into the hip. And then we're going to pull the foot forward towards the right hand and back. It's a small, tiny movement. Nice. Slow, controlled. Try to find more muscles in the right leg. Try to find more muscles to pull your chest up out of the ground. Lower the right foot back down to down dog. Set up for the other side. Slowly peel the left foot up, hovering off the ground. Get really strong in the leg, and then we're going to pull it forward towards the hand and back, nice and slow. Lower the left foot down, down dog. We're going to bring the right foot up. We're going to pull the right leg past the left. And we're going to hop here. So we're going to pull the right leg up and over and hop with the left. So beginning with just pulling the right leg up and over. Notice this shape. Try to be strong in the arms, chest, and shoulders, and both legs. And then you're going to start to hop. See if you can get some float time coming through, getting a little handstand air time. Slow with control. Land light on that left foot. And then lower down, down dog. Find your breath. Right, left leg lifts past the right. Same thing, tap it past the right, up and over, tap it over to the left. Get used to the movement first. And then we're going to hop for air time. When you're ready, little tiny soft hops, trying to get some air time, lifting the left leg nice and high. Landing light on the right. And then back. Down dog. Catch your breath. Lift the right leg high, three-legged dog. Step through. Low lunge. Find your blocks. And we're going to move here. So let go of the attachment of this shape. Move forward, inhale. Exhale, pull the right leg towards straight. Moving your hips, your knees, your feet in whatever way feels right for you today. Moving with your breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, pull back. Connecting with the muscles of your legs and your hips. Pull forward, hold a low lunge. Get really strong in the right leg and start to bring the weight more onto the right leg, popping up left toes. Maybe you can hover here. Pull the heel towards the glute, hold and hover here. Bring the knee forward towards the left knee, hold and hover here. Slowly send the knee back. Press the heel to the ceiling. Start to feel the quad on the left side. Press heel to the ceiling. Breathe. Bring the heel left and right. So moving from the knee only, from below the knee. Keep the feet, keep the hips and the right leg nice and steady. And still. Slowly lower the left toes back down. Frame out the front foot. Right foot meets left, down dog. Find your breath. Left leg lifts, step through, low lunge. Move and breathe. Inhale forward, exhale back. Finding the muscles of your legs and your hips. Connecting. And then find a steady low lunge, hold. Start to bring the weight onto the left leg, perhaps popping up the toes on the right. Heel the heel towards the glute. Hold. Slowly peel the knee towards the right. Back, heel towards the glute. Peel the heel up towards the ceiling. Press it up a little more, strong leg. And then left and right with the heel on the right foot. Slow movement, controlled. So we're moving through the leg, not through the lower back. Hips are steady. Slowly lower the right toes back to low lunge. Frame out the front foot. Step back, down dog. Find your breath. This time, peel the right leg up. Step through. Warrior 2 feet. Lower the back foot down. Come on up. Warrior 2. Warrior 2, right side. So, once you get here, find your base. Make sure both feet, both knees, both ankles are comfortable. Your hips are comfortable and your legs are strong. We are going to move in this pose. We are letting go of the traditional shape. We're going to play with it. So you may want to wiggle this front foot in a little bit more so you're a little more stable. Nice strong legs. We're going to keep our arms out of the game. Hold on to our hips. We're going to peel the right heel up. So peel it up just a little bit off the ground. Nice and strong. We want this movement to come from the leg. We're not going to move too much through the hips. We're going to pull the heel in towards your nose and then back. In towards your nose and then back. Your foot's not going to move much, but you're going to start to feel the inner thigh fire up. Move slow, mindful, and with control. Watching this back leg, try to keep it strong and active, not moving into locking the knee or anything strange in the ankle because we're paying attention to the front leg. Lower the heel, set up again. Watch for gripping in the toes. We're going to move the knee, so we're going to pull the knee out and pull the knee in. Again, small, controlled movement with the muscles of our legs. We're not flopping it around. We're trying to find muscles. Pull the knee out, pull the knee in. Hold a traditional warrior 2 pose. Arms out, extend. Feel like you're pulling yourself up out of your joints, so strong muscles from the heels all the way up through the torso. Breathe. We're going to start to pull this right leg towards straight, nice and slow. Pull it towards straight. Push the torso forward. Hold here. Left arm can come to the hip. We're going to bring the right arm down towards the ground and then past us. So out towards center. Try and get it even with the shoulder. Palm up. Hold here. So nice and strong. Oblique muscle is nice and strong and active. You're floating here. And we're going to try and lock the legs. So the legs nice and strong. We're going to push the hand out and pull it back. Push the hand out and pull it back. Moving through the torso. So you want to look for these muscles in between the rib cage and the hip. Bring it back. Lower the right arm. Come to a more traditional triangle. So right arm down. Look at where you're going. See why you went there. So check in with yourself. Maybe you're attached to somebody else's shape in triangle. Maybe you're attached to the traditional shape. Maybe you can pull up and start to find some more muscles to connect with in this pose. Reaching down and pulling up at the same time. Breathe. And then slowly pull the torso up. Flip the front hand and come back. Reverse triangle. Breathe. Slowly come back, warrior two, pivot on the back foot, frame out the front foot. Step back, high plank, straight to down dog, let go. Turn your world upside down. And then we're gonna switch sides. So three-legged dog, left leg, step through, warrior 2 feet, and come on up. So set up your base first. Check in on your legs and knees. Find a place where knees, ankles, everything feels comfortable and the legs feel strong and active. We're going to peel up the left heel just a teeny bit. We're going to pull the heel in towards center and then out. In towards center and then out. The foot does not move very far. We're trying to find inner thigh muscles. And you can start to lower the hip as you start to really connect with this muscle group. Small, controlled movement. Lower the heel, wiggle the toes, soften the toes, make sure both legs are strong and active. And then we're going to pull left knee out to the left, in to the right. Nice and slow. Trying to use the muscles of inner leg, outer leg, and glute. We're not moving from the knee, we're moving from inner thigh. Breathe. Find a regular warrior two. Lengthen. Pull yourself up out of the ground. Pull yourself up out of all of your joints, nice and strong. Slowly pull left leg towards straight. Start to lean the torso over. Right hand can find this space between the hip and the rib cage. Holding on here, nice and strong, lower the left arm and then pull it forward, even with your shoulder. Nice and strong here. And we're going to push this arm away from us and pull it back. Moving through the torso, so we're looking for these oblique muscles, both sides. Hips stay still. Legs stay strong. Floating triangle. Floating and twisting triangle. Letting go of traditional shapes and trying something new. And then bring your torso back, neutral, arm down. Find your triangle wherever your triangle is, and then maybe experiment with pulling yourself back up and lowering down, having a play, having an experience with triangle rather than folding down and hanging out. And then flip the front palm, slowly bring the torso up, reverse your triangle. Breathe. Lower back down, warrior two. Pivot on the back foot, frame out the front. Left foot meets right, high plank. And we're gonna hold high plank here. So get a little soft bend in the knees so you're strong in the legs. Strong all the way down to the heels, strong in the chest. We're going to begin by bringing our weight onto the right hand. Tap the left arm to the right shoulder, switch sides. So nice and slow. As you start to tap, start to pull up. So you're really getting strong across the front of the shoulder. Slow, controlled, mindful placement of your hands. Strong shoulders. If this is too much, lower the knees. Tap and move, pulling through the muscles of your shoulders, nice and slow. Bring both hands down, take them a little bit further ahead of the shoulders. pull back. So you're really strong in the arms and shoulders. Lower the elbows. Hold here. Nice and strong. Maybe you can pull one knee at a time up. Watch for buckling. So stay strong in the shoulders, pulling the elbows as if you're pulling them together. Nice and strong without letting them move. So you're really trying to pull an active, strong hold in your arms and shoulders. Slowly lower forearms down to the ground, knees down. Hold. Land your elbows down on the ground and then feel like you're pulling your hands and arms apart without letting them move. So nice and strong on the ground. Slowly pull the hips back up. Your head lowers so you're nice and soft in the neck. Slowly pedal your feet towards your shoulders. Find dolphin pose. Try to take the tension out of the neck. Breathe, arms and shoulders strong and active. From dolphin pose, bend in the knees, nice and strong in the arms and shoulders, chest, everything active. Slowly see if you can peel the elbows back up off the ground. High plank, down dog. Breathe and let go. Bend the knees, look towards the hands and hop forward or step forward, feet underneath, hips forward fold. Grab your strap. So have your strap handy. Take a moment to forward fold, feel the legs. Let the tension out of the neck. Bend the knees, inhale all the way up. Exhale, prayer to heart. And we're going to go through a challenging balancing sequence with our strap. So we're going to wrap the strap or the band around the ball of the right foot. So hold it onto the ball of the right foot and pull up. So you're going to hold it with your hand, pull up. So pressing the strap down, we're not locking the knee, so we still have a soft bend in the knee, active and strong in the right leg. Holding your hand right here in front of your hip so that you are really connected to your leg. You're going to have a soft bend in the left leg. Start to bring the weight onto the left leg. Pull the right leg up just a little and then slowly send it back. Warrior 3 while pushing into the strap. So hold strong. Notice as this feels a little different than your regular warrior 3. You're getting a lot more feedback through the leg. Hold, balance. If you would like to try the challenge mindful in this next one, so come on back to a stand. Think about your natural ability. We're going into dancer with the strap from this pose. So if you're not used to dancer, you're going to step out of the strap. You're going to bend, find your foot, and you're going to hold on to your foot and get your quad active. Stretch, pull. If you are quite familiar with the pose and would like the challenge, you're going to wrap your foot around. We're going to go through this same warrior 3, flip the band, and then come into dancer with the strap. So nice and strong, press into the band, slowly send the right leg back, warrior 3. Really long in the torso, find your balance. Bend the right leg, slowly. Allow the band to come around just underneath the ankle. Slowly, see if you can flip your arms, holding onto your strap, and coming up to a dancer with the strap. Once you get here, press your foot into the strap, lengthen, active both legs, active both arms, breathe, balance. Slowly bend the knee, start to release the slack on the band, flip. We're going to bring the foot forward, so knee forward. You can hold on to the strap. You can press it around the ball of your foot. You can just hold on to your leg. Bring your foot forward. Whew, breathe. Hold. Bend the left leg a lot. Strong in the left leg. Open up the right leg. Start to bring the torso forward as you bring the leg out. Balance challenge. Whew. Hold. Slowly bring the leg back. Back through dancer. And then lower, release. Tap out the left foot. And then onto the other side. So find your feet on the ground first. Maybe even close your eyes and take a pedal of the feet. Feel your feet. So notice left and right side. Move your feet around, move your ankles around. Feel what is present. And then we'll move on to left side. So the strap comes underneath the ball of the left foot. Hold on, hand at the hip so we have this full connection of our leg. Really staying active in the left leg when we come through to warrior three, noticing how it might be very different. Right leg bends, nice and strong, long in the torso, lift the left leg, slowly send it backwards, really pushing into the strap. Lots of feedback in the left leg. Stay very active in the left leg, breathe and hold. Slowly come back to stand. Make a decision if you want to play with the strap on this side or if you're just going to go into regular dancer. If you're coming with us, start to do the same thing. Weight onto the right leg. Left leg lifts. Pull it back. Nice and strong. Slowly bending the left leg. Pull the heel towards the glute. Let the strap come around just underneath the ankle. You're going to flip. Oh, my strap is twisted. You're going to flip your grip. Pull your strap up. And then lean in. Dancer pose. Press your leg into the strap so you're strong and active in this pose. Arms strong. Breathe. Slowly release your arms, bend your knee, flip your grip, bring the leg forward, boop. Wrap around the left leg. Reset your balance if you need to. So ball of the left foot, hold. Strong, tall in the torso. Start to bring the left leg out to the left, torso forward. Start to bend into the right leg, make more space so that you're moving through the legs, not the lower back. Breathe and hold. Slowly take the leg behind you, bend the knee, and we come back into dancer pose, or you fall out. And then step it out, tap out the legs. And then we're going to connect to our breath. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, part of heart. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. This time, swan dive it down, touch the ground. Step back, high plank. Hold. Breathe. Take your arms a little bit wider. So a little bit wider than the shoulders. Change the shape. Hold. Breathe. And we're going to step the knees towards the elbows, nice and slow, one at a time. So pull left knee towards left elbow, tap it back. Right knee towards right elbow. Arms strong, legs strong. You can do this from tabletop. If you are getting tired, notice if you're getting tired. Let go of the attachment of what we're doing. If you're flopping through the back, through the shoulders, you're getting tired. If you cannot hold this with a nice steady breath, you're getting tired. It's time to come down. Notice where you're at. Bring the right knee towards the chest. Hover. Pull your chest up out of the ground. Step your right foot through. Land the heel down. We're coming to fallen triangle. So that same shape we have on side plank. Pull up out of the right shoulder. Lift up. Fallen triangle. Pull your hips up out of the ground. Nice and strong. Lower left hand. Slowly bring right foot all the way back, high plank. Wide arms. Left knee pulls in towards the chest. Slowly cross out the right side. Land the heel. Pull up from the left arm. Fallen triangle. Breathe. Lower right hand. Slowly bring left knee in. Left foot back. Breathe. Lower the knees. Lower the forearms. Activate the forearms. Nice and strong. So we're really feeling like we're pulling the elbows apart without letting them move. Option to keep the knees down or tuck the toes and hover the knees. We're going to pull the nose a little bit forward and a little bit back. So imagine you're pulling. The nose was moving forward, but you're pulling from the tailbone. So really strong. Pull your pelvis forward and your pelvis back. So everything's strong. Legs are strong. Stomach is strong. Back is strong. Shoulders are strong. Face is soft. Hold and hover at neutral. We're going to pull the knees out and pull the knees in, trying not to move anything else. Knees out and in. Squeeze out, squeeze in, nice and controlled. And then lower the knees. Lower down to your stomach, one hand on top of the other, crocodile pose. Shimmy the hips. Let go. Pick up the right leg. Imagine someone pulled it longer. Lower it down. Pick up the left leg. Imagine someone pulled it longer. Lower it down. See if you've made a little more space for your lower back. We're going to move and challenge our back. So beginning small, thinking about lifting our shoulders, not our head. We're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Trying to find muscles in the back to fire up. So you want to use your shoulders, your lower back, your mid back, your glutes, the back of your legs. Start to maybe lift the hands. Start to maybe lift the feet. Again, watch for being too tired. Watch for pulling too much into the neck. Watch that you're still able to hold a steady breath. And then find that place you can hold nice and strong. Bend the elbows, hold and hover the hands or keep them down. We're going to take little small twists. So we're going to bring it shoulder towards hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, squeeze the other shoulder towards the hip. Nice and slow and with control. Find the muscles in your back. Watch for tension in the neck. Soften your face. Slowly bring it back down. Crocodile pose. Shimmy the hips. And what can you let go of? So if you're working with us and not watching the clock, you made it. Tuck your toes, press back, child's pose with the hips a little bit higher. Think about space in the low back. And then if you have your blocks, we're going to just work on opening up the back of the arms. So elbow not down directly on the elbow, but just behind the elbow, on the skin behind the elbow. We're going to bring your arms to your blocks just behind the elbow. And then you're going to wiggle back as if you're pulling back from the elbows. You're going to find space in underneath the back of the arms. Hands can be wherever they're comfortable. Head is wherever it is comfortable. Watch for tension in the neck. Breathe. Slowly come on up to a seated position. So find a seat that's comfortable. If easy seat is not the comfortable seat for you, change it up. Put something in underneath the hips. You can sit on a block. You can sit on a chair. You made it. We worked really, really, really hard. Start to find the hips. We're going to work just a little bit through the shoulders. Thinking about freeing up the shoulders. So we're going to pull the shoulders as far as we can in towards midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So thinking about using the shoulder muscles, not yanking with force. Squeeze the shoulder muscles in. Squeeze the shoulder muscles up towards the ears. Pull, pull, pull. Pull the shoulder blades back together. Squeeze the shoulder blades back together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then with this squeeze, we're going to pull the shoulder blades up and pull the shoulder blades down. So really trying to think about those muscles in between the shoulder blades. Squeeze up, squeeze down. And then take the arms out, even with the shoulders. So reach the arms, fingertips as far away from the shoulder as you can get, and then pull them back in a little bit. Pull back in. And then we're going to roll the shoulders one at a time, one back, one forward. So rolling through, just kind of freeing up the shoulders. Start to move a little bit free, a little bit softer. Feel your shoulders. Letting go of some of the tension in our shoulders. And then take the hands out even with the shoulders. You're going to flip the right palm so it's facing backwards. Turn and tuck it behind your hip. So back of the hand pushes away from you. The top of your hand is pushing into your hip. We're going to take the left hand. Take it behind the head without touching the head. So we're going to press the hand away from us on the left side. Pull the elbow back. Get nice and long. Pull both elbows back, 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 back. Strong and active. And then flip. So take the arms back out, flip the palms, go the other way. Press the elbows away from you. Slowly bring them back. Palms face each other. Bring your hands towards each other, even with the shoulders. Hold here. So we're going to push the hands out, pull the elbows back, pull the shoulders back. So push out, pull back. Small controlled movement. Finding the shoulders. And then turn the palms the other way. And we're going to push the arms out. Push, 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 push. Slowly bring the hands towards each other. Strong and active wherever you can get them to. And then let them go. Drop the shoulders, wiggle the shoulders. Pick them up, let them drop suddenly, a couple of times. Trying to loosen. Trying to let go of what is present in our shoulders. And then take the right arm, cross the body, left arm grabs the forearm, and we're going to pull that right shoulder back and down. So pull, a little gentle pull. I'm just trying to feel around on the top of the right shoulder. You can move the head, start to feel the muscles of the neck. Slow, unravel. Left arm out, cross over. Right arm holds the forearm, pull the shoulder back and down. Looking for stretch and connection across the top of the shoulder. Move the head, have an experience. Let that go and take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Feeling the left side of the neck, maybe even a little pull of the left shoulder down towards the ground. Slowly back to neutral, left ear to left shoulder, maybe a little pull of the right shoulder down to the ground. Breathe. Slowly back to neutral. And we're going to think about getting really tall through the crown of the head. And we're going to take a very slow circle with our head. So bring your chin down towards the chest. Feel the muscles in the back of our neck. And then as slow as you can, move your head in a circle. So as we come backwards, we're not dropping our skull backwards, but trying to connect with the muscles that would help our head move in that direction. Push the chin up to the ceiling. And then when you get back to neutral, take it back the other way. Bring your head back to neutral. Take a soft wiggle. Notice what is present. Maybe even close your eyes. Soften your palms. Notice your breath. When you start to think about your breath, what do? You start to slow your breath down. You start to bring in lots of muscular action. When we ask these questions, do you begin to look for right and wrong answers? Can you let go of the concept of right and wrong and just start to look in? Ask yourself questions with the hope of just getting to know yourself. Know what is present. Before we go down into our meditation for today's practice, we're going to take a second to really let go of yesterday and really let go of what is yet to come. So we're going to think about our hands, give our fingers a wiggle, and we're going to take our index finger and thumb, touch them together, feel the thumb and finger together, so really feel sensation here. And we're going to make this finger I. And then the next finger, middle finger to thumb, feel them. And this finger is going to be am. Ring finger to thumb, feel them. Yet sensation in the fingers, really be present only in the tips of the fingers and thumbs. This is here. And then little finger to thumb, now. Now we're going to move through nice and slow, grounding and landing. I am here now. I am here now. Slowly touching one finger at a time to the thumb, getting slower and slower. And whenever something pulls you away from this practice, start over. Challenge yourself. See how many rounds you can remain only thinking about your finger touching your thumb and repeating those words. Complete a full round and then make a decision about where you would like to be for your resting pose. So either coming on down to Shavasana, or coming to Child's, or coming to some other pose that you find particularly relaxing. We made it. So start to notice what is present. Start to set up for your resting pose. Start to land. Start to think about all the muscles that we engaged and connected with throughout practice today, and see if you can start to soften them one by one. So perhaps starting at the feet, softening around the toes and the ankles, softening around lower legs, softening around the knees. Softening the thighs, softening around the hips, softening the muscles of the torso. Can you imagine softening each of the muscles in between the ribs, getting softer and softer between the ribs, making more space for your breath? And then we work the arms and shoulders a lot, so can we think about softening across the front of the chest, letting the shoulder blades get heavier and heavier as if they're sinking into the muscles of the body. Letting the arms feel heavier and heavier. Letting the ground support our body, letting our muscles let the burden go. Letting go of what is held and softening into the support of the ground below us. Softening the muscles in around the jaw and the neck. The muscles of the cheeks, around the eyes. And then soften control of even your breath. Maybe as you start to let go and really soften into your resting pose, repeating a couple more times to yourself, I am here now. If you have the time to take today, softening into your resting pose, please take the time that your body needs, practicing returning to softness every time the mind pulls you away from your practice. Every time there's a distraction in your environment, just gently returning back to softness and letting go.
you need to finish up at the 60-minute mark, we are right on the 60-minute mark. So begin to bring a little bit of awareness back to the fingers and toes, some gentle soft wiggles. And then slowly curling up in a ball in a fetal position, whatever side is calling to you. Curling up. So in this pose, this fetal position, I'm going to take a second to think about our heart wall. So we have our metaphysical heart, our heart center, our spiritual center, and we build up these walls of protection around this space. Things happen, we feel vulnerable, we build up walls to make us feel stronger. And they do their job. These walls protect us from the outside world, but they also prevent us from connecting into this space. So though these walls can serve a purpose and they can help us get through some tough times, they also prevent us from connecting within and experiencing the center, our soul center, our bliss center. So without trying to cognitively understand the process or what these walls might be or what memories they might be, think about some kind of visual for this heart wall that you find easy to connect with. And think about the fact that it's become part of you and it's attached to you. You feel this attachment. This protection is you're attached to this protection. And think about perhaps being ready to be grateful for the protection it gave and ready to let some of that burden go, some of that weight, some of that grasping, some of that strength and holding on. Letting it go and being a little softer, a little more open. And then when you come on up to a seated position, think about coming up a little bit lighter, a little bit softer. Bring your hands to prayer at heart space. Connect within, honoring your own inner wisdom, and imagine wrapping yourself in compassion and unconditional love. And then think about sending out that unconditional love and compassion, perhaps to someone you know, someone you can think of in particular, or just imagine sending it out from your heart space. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. May we all know a little love, light, and connection. Thank you so much for joining us.